Students, welcome to the fourth session of chapter sound of subject science of class 8th. Students, our first topic for today is light propagate faster than sound. It means in this topic we have to compare the speed of light and sound in air. The main event for the comparison of speed of light and sound is thundering and lightning that occur in rainy season commonly. What happens when we see lightning, then after some time we hear the thundering, and earlier people thought that these both the events they occur separately, but now you also know that you have already studied in class 7 that these both events they occur at the same time, but we see lightning earlier than we hear the thundering. Why this is so? This is because of difference in speed of light and sound. Speed of light in air is 3 lakh kilometers per second, whereas the speed of sound in air is 330 meter per second. You already know, we have already studied in last session about the speed of sound in different mediums, that is water, air and iron also. So there is a huge difference in the speed of sound and light. That is, light propagate nearly million times faster than the sound. Hence, when lightning and thunder occur together, the flash of lightning reaches us in a practically zero time. The sound of the thunder, however, takes a few seconds to reach us. We therefore hear the thunder a little later after seeing the flash of light. So, the cause of this event is difference in the speed of light and sound in air. Now, next topic is vibration and oscillation. You already know vibration is a to and fro motion of a moving object on its mean position, and vibration it is also called oscillation. You already studied in class 6. And the motion of pendulum from one extreme position to back its extreme position is called one oscillation. You must have seen the pendulum vibrating. It goes from one central position to its extreme position, then it come back to its mean position, rest position, then it go to either side of the its mean position. So then it completes its one oscillation. Students, now we will study few relative terms of vibration, that is amplitude, time period and frequency. When you observe a vibrating body, it moves in to and fro motion or in to and fro position from its central position in regular periodic manner. Then what it does? It moves from its central position to its extreme position on either side. Then it completes the distance, a particular distance from its central position. This maximum displacement or movement of vibrating body on either side of its central position is called its amplitude. Means the distance covered by vibrating body from its central position to its either side is called its amplitude. Second term is time period. Time period is the time taken by a vibration to complete its one vibration or one to and fro motion is called its time period. Means in how much time one vibration is completed, it is the time period of that vibrating object. And next term is frequency. Frequency is the number of vibrations completed by a vibrating body in 1 second. It means how many times it has vibrated or it has completed its vibration in 1 second. It may be 10, it may be 100, or it may be 1000. If it has completed 10 vibrations in 1 second, it means its frequency is 10. If it has completed 1000 vibrations in 1 second, it means its frequency is 1000. Now, what about the SI unit of these terms: amplitude, time period, and frequency? Amplitude, it is the distance covered by vibrating body on either side. So its unit will be the equal to the unit of length, that is meter. And for time period, you know that the unit for time is second. So the SI unit for time period of a vibrating body is also second. And the SI unit of frequency is hertz. Frequency, you know that it is number of vibrations completed in 1 second. So it is equals to hertz. Hertz is equal to number of vibration upon 1 second. So this is about the SI unit of amplitude, time period, and frequency. Students, now it is assignment time. You have to write answers of these questions in your rough notebook. Question number 1: explain why we hear the thunder a little after we see the flash of lightning. Question number 2: define and write SI unit of amplitude, time period, and frequency. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.